Breaking. APC heading to victory lists in 7 local government area. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Alert public on APGA attempt to smuggle doctor results, says Andy Uba's victory will set new development agenda. Now the news in detail. The Senator Andy Uba Governorship Campaign Organization, SAUGCO, has stated that Senator Andy Uba is heading to victory with verified results so far across local government areas. You will recall that SAUGCO had earlier alerted the general public to ignore fake results from APGA media in the attempt to deceive the unsuspecting public and build a sympathy narrative for an election they have already lost. According to the press statement signed by Ikechukwu Emeka Onya, Deputy Director Media and Publicity, Senator Andy Uba Governorship Campaign Organization, SAUGCO, we have it in good authority that APGA even went to the extent of beating some staff of INEC in their desperate attempt to intimidate an institution of trust sided with the elections management. The question from Anambra and Friends of Anambra has been, why is APGA exhibiting this level of desperation? Why is a party that has 16 years to develop Anambra but failed to use the advantage this desperate to retain power? We invite Anambra to be aware that they are not desperate to develop our state, but to sustain their loot and enthronement of socialist economic principles that have made Agwa Oka government of APGA a fund-sharing entity without value to our state productivity and development. This impending defeat of APGA and her candidates in this election is a message that Anambra will not reinforce failure again. We therefore urge the executive governor of our state, His Excellency Willie Obiano, not to destroy the state or his office in what the public refer to as desperate attempt to foist the governor on Anambra. We conclude by saying that if there is where Anambra needed desperation from Governor Obiano, it is on the collapsed Anambra infrastructure, especially roads. Wow, wow, wow. Like, wow again. Wow again. Oh my goodness. I did not know what to believe. Information getting into us was that APGA was leading in 11 local government areas. Now we heard another one that's, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we'll continue to wait and find out what happened. But I should not. Anambra, hope it's not late too. Hope it's not late. Hope you people were able to vote for someone who is very competent and who is ready to work. Not somebody who is seeing that particular position as a piece of a very huge cake that he will come in and, have his own slice and go away. Because it seems like what those politicians do, what some of them do, is that, they come in and they want to be served. They want to take, and take. Without even doing anything that, will really, really make the public, just thrill them. The thing is, you can't come in and you do roads and you say you are thrilling the public. These things are what you're supposed to do. State roads. This is just the truth. State roads are your responsibilities. You cannot come now and you build infrastructure development, state infrastructure development, and you expect it to be allowed for. These are your responsibilities. You cannot come now and and you try to maintain state hospital. These are also your responsibilities. There is nothing that you would do now that concerns your responsibility that you should expect to be applauded for. It is unless you challenge status quo. And it is very difficult to do that. Challenging status quo means that you are going to be at loggerhead with your special advisor or your cabinet members when policies that are meant not to foster development in the totality of Anambra State, that you are going to be at loggerhead with your advisors, with members of the State House of Assembly. You will say, no, this particular policy will not benefit to my people, will not be beneficial to my people. You will come out and say so. You will come out and you are saying you are going to give your mandate on such policies. That is it. Then you are going to be very, very democratic. You are going to be sincere and transparent. Very, very accountable. Not hiding under the mask of, we don't want to communicate with the people or ignoring the people. No. Those are the things that will free you in the Anambra. That is just the truth. That's the truth. So if I just hope that at the end of the day, that Anambra people, they were able to vote for who was competent and not a party. Because a party member, I tell you tomorrow, that person will wake up tomorrow and say, oh, Abga is no longer in vogue, I'm going to cross over to PDP. Or PDP is no longer in vogue, you cross over to APC. And at the end of the day, because these people now keep crossing from one place to the other, you see that these people are the same people. Whether they are from PDP, whether they're from APGA, whether they're from APC, whether they're from YPP, all of them, they're actually the same people. That is what you see. That is what you are going to see. So it is not enough to come out and say, oh, or maybe you vote on your stomach infrastructure, you went there and you were hungry, and they said, oh, vote for me, I will give you 10,000 naira, I will give you 5,000 or 6,000 naira. Sincerely, you have failed. You have failed as if you do that. That means you are saying, oh, we do not mind to gnash our teeth. We do not mind to be in perpetual poverty, except, so and so person approves it. That is what you're saying. So in Anambra, I hope it's not late for them to wipe their eyes if maybe something has entered their eyes because of this election issues. That is just it. That is it. Whoever should emerge the winner should be the people the Anambra State really wants. What am I saying? The people you're supposed to pick, or the people the citizens of Anambra is supposed to take, they are what we call competent people. Very competent. Those who will come in and they'll be neutral on all grounds. Neutral on tribalism, neutral on ethnicism, on nepotism, on favoritism, on, religious sentiment. All these things, they'll be coming and they will be very neutral. Such a person is the only person that can challenge status quo. Such a person is the only person that can even, how am I going to put it, do what have not been done before. Be held accountable. Such a person is the kind of person an Anambra should be looking towards getting. So at the end of the day, the state will be in a better position than the enemy how am I going to put it? It's being in a better position than where it was now. But if this happens, if they just vote based on maybe political party, and at the end of the day, there is no strategies, no criteria, nothing, just because you want to have a change of somebody there, I tell you, the state is running into the state is running into what am I going to say now? The states will be running into losses if these things do not happen. They should make sure that whoever is being picked is wonderful enough to take Anambra to the next level. That is just it. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.